welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Niall Frazier. And today, you already know, man, we got some things to talk about. But before we get started, if you could for me, please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man. Y'all already know. Also, before we get into anything, the free jersey giveaway I moved today. I know I said I was going to have it this Sunday. It didn't happen, bro. I've been running around. I've been burnt out, all this good stuff. But I will be doing it this Friday. Okay? So if you want to be entered into win, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure that your page is public, right? I'm going to go from there, get all the names, put them in the word generator, the name generator, spin it, pick the name, and I'm going to reach out to you, announce your name on the channel. So please stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to have it in the comments and all that, but just stay tuned. But like I said, if you want to be entered into win, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel and make sure that your page is public. Put your name in the word generator, and we'll announce your name, and we'll get you a free jersey from the NFL Pro Shop, whatever you can find up in there. So whatever, well, I won't say whatever you can find, but the regular joints from the NFL Pro Shop. So, so it is what it is, man. But hopefully everybody's having a great holiday. If you celebrated Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. If you're celebrating tonight, Happy New Year. I know I am. When I get off of this joint, your boy gonna get some of that yak. But let's get into what we need to get into, man. Pertaining to the Philadelphia Eagles. I know it's been a few days. I'm not going. Y'all know we lost the Commanders game. I ain't gonna get into all that. Y'all know why we lost that. But let's, on a better note, this past week, the Dallas Cowgirls came into the link, got the asses handed to them. Pause. All right, 41-7. Cooper Rush. It was the backup game. Cooper Rush against our two backups, Kenny Pickett and Tanner McKee. Right. Tanner McKee. Kenny Pickett, too. Don't get me wrong. But Tanner McKee, bro, I'm telling y'all, and I've been telling y'all, something special with that young man right there. No cap. Something really special with that young man. He come in here and he throw, 4 or 5 passes. He throw 4 or 5 passes for 2 touchdowns. Who is this guy? You feel what I'm saying? And I also, I had to go back and look at Kenny Pickett's, not Kenny Pickett, I'm sorry, Tanner McKee's, his makeup and things like that. 6'6", 6'5", something like that. And I do remember back in the day, like, 2012, 2013, when Andrew Luck was coming out of the draft, the Eagles had a lot of interest in him. Wasn't able to get him. They couldn't move up high enough to get him. But they ended up taking Tanner McKee from the same school, kind of got the same build, got a rocket for an arm. Very smart guy, and was able to go out here and ball, man. Was able to go out here and ball out. So I just want to read this to y'all right quick. Kenny Pickett was 10 for 15 for 143 yards. Tanner McKee was 3 for 4 for 54 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's amazing. Saquon had 167 yards on the ground. He is also still trying. He's about 101 yards away from trying to break the all-time rushing record that is held by Eric Dickerson at this moment in time. Eric Dickerson doesn't seem to want his record broken, okay? I'm the type of guy, man. I play sports and records are meant to be broken. Eric Dickerson broke the record when OJ held it. Rest in peace, OJ. And hopefully, Saquon goes out here and he does the same. Now, I've been getting mixed information, man, from the guys in his locker room, because you got like some players are saying they want him to break it. Other players are saying they don't want him to break it. Now, I can understand why, for the simple fact that the main thing is the Super Bowl. Getting to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl. And with adding Saquon Barkley to this team, it has upgraded the team tremendously. So we can't lie about that. I don't want to run the risk, especially playing at MetLife. Y'all remember we played there last year. AJ got hurt. Cindy Brown got hurt. It might have been somebody else, but some players got hurt, and they usually do get hurt on this field. Saquon is very he's very familiar with this, playing on that field and getting hurt. Now, it could be a different reason. He's running behind our offensive line and things like that, but that's not really a good field. I feel like since we've already showed up the second seed or second spot, why go out here and try to do more? We don't have another bye. You feel what I'm saying? Let the players rest that need to rest. And I know they need to rest. I heard AJ come out in a press conference last week saying that everybody's banged up. Kenny Pickett played last week with broken ribs. He still balled out, doing his thing. But some of these players do need rest. I think if you really want to be honest, or if you want me to be honest, I would love to see Saquon get that. But at the same time, if it means it cost him leaving his game or getting injured, I'm going to be pissed. So I think Nick Sirianni really does want to lean toward not playing his starters, bro, because he understands what happened last year. It doesn't make sense. You need every player healthy going into the playoffs and in the Super Bowl if we make it. So you see the Lions, they're still putting up numbers, but they're missing a lot of players on that defense, man. That defense is big. They had the 49ers going down that field like it was nothing yesterday. Nothing. And I think that's one of our big advantages with this team. Our defense is so good, and we have a lot of skilled players in all these different positions, even your backups. Like backing up these positions, they got are talented. So it's a good thing to have, or a good problem to have. So I think Howie Roseman learned a lot from these not just last season, but these last few seasons. Sewed up a lot of those. I don't know what that was, but sewed up a lot of those holes that we had coming into last year. He said, yo, we're not coming back in this year, and we're not going to do what we did last year. We're going to switch it up. Even signing a running back. So you're seeing the philosophy change and all that good stuff, and I'm happy to see it, man. You know, we could have went out here and did the same thing we did last year. Got some mediocre coaches. Nah, they went out here and got Clint Hurt, Bobby King. You know what I'm saying? Went out here and got Vic Fangio, all that good stuff. So it showed us what they were trying to do this offseason, and it's all coming to fruition. So for all this to go down the drain because we're trying to get, you know what I mean? I'm not saying all of it, but like I said, Saquon is a part of this team, man. He's a big part of this team. I know he might want that record, but let's be smart here, man. Would you rather have a record or would you rather have a trophy? So with that being said, like I said, we'll probably hear more about what they're trying to do with Saquon this upcoming week against the Giants. They did flex the game from 4:25 to 1 o'clock. So we'll see, man. It's to me, I don't care either way. So I just hope everybody comes out the game healthy, man. That's the biggest thing. Also, speaking of health, Jalen Hurts, let me look this up before I even say this to y'all. I still haven't seen an update on him, and I don't think the report come out today. My fault, y'all. Yeah, I'm not seeing it right now. Unfortunately, Jalen Hurts news 2 days ago, 1 day ago, 7 hours ago. Let's see. It says playoff-bound Eagles urged to play Jalen Hurts for surprising reason in meaningless final. Now, the only reason why I can see them playing him is because they want him to get his rhythm back going into the playoffs. That's the only thing. Is it something that they probably should do? Yeah, and if you put him out there, you probably put out the starting offensive line to protect him as well. So maybe playing for a series or two. Maybe you throw Saquon. I don't know. Maybe you do throw Saquon in there now that I'm looking at this, because you don't want the backups protecting your money, man. So yeah, man. Maybe Saquon does play for a little bit. Maybe they give him like a portion where it's like, yo, we'll give you this one half, or you get to pick a half, whatever the case may be, or you'll get so many touches, whatever the case is. It needs to be your best plays. So we'll see, because we know he's loud. Like, all due respect, Saquon Barkley, I know I'm rambling, but Saquon Barkley is one of those players that is liable to break off for a 40, 50 yard rush, touchdown, whatever you want to call it, multiple times in the game, usually in the second half because the defense is worn out. But like I said, I don't want to, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. So, but let's move on to what we need to talk about, man. What was I getting ready to say? I lost my train of thought, y'all. But yeah, the Giants game, man, like I said, it's pretty much a meaningless game for us. Not really worried about too much. Like I said, we done sewed up the second seed. The biggest thing for us now is seeing who we get to play, who we play. I know the Lions played last night. I know a lot of people are afraid of the Lions, but from what I'm seeing offensively, yeah, they can put some numbers up. But this defense that we have, I feel like can stop anybody, man. Another sneaky team is the Vikings. Didn't really peep into these last couple of weeks that they only had lost one game as well. Or is it one game, 1 or 2 games? Sam Darnold, man. And I said this in the beginning of the season. My boy is a 49ers fan. Shout out to my boy Dante. But he's a 49ers fan, and they had Sam Darnold backing him up, or Brock Purdy up last year. And when he came in, I think Brock Purdy was out for a couple of games. But when he came in, he was balling out. Now, if you remember, he came from the Jets, New York. And I got to talk about that too. But he came from New York. Didn't do too well. Went to the Panthers. Him and Baker Mayfield didn't do too well. Now both of those guys, Baker and Sam Darnold, both balling out on their teams, respectively. I think Sam Darnold I think he's a decent quarterback. He was a first-round draft pick for a reason. So, They gave him an O-line, they gave him some weapons, and you see what he's been doing with it. But still, though, they get into some close games where it's like, can we win it? Can we do this? So it's still, and that can be any game. But I really feel like this team that the Eagles have is nobody's coming close to this, man. I'm sorry. I see Patrick Mahomes and those guys struggling. I see I don't want to say struggling, but not doing as well as they have done in years past. Still, they only lost one game as well, which is crazy to say. But they're starting to get the ball moving over there. So maybe it could be another rematch in the Super Bowl with us and the Chiefs. I don't know. It is what it is. But none of these teams scare me, man. Green Bay don't scare me. Lions don't scare me. And the Vikings don't scare me. Now, with all that being said, we still got to be mindful of these teams because they're still good. So, but yeah. Vikings play the Lions this weekend, man, and one team will get the first seed, the other team will be like the fourth or fifth seed. So, and that's crazy for real. So, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. But the last thing I did want to talk about was, and I seen this before I just got on here. Is his name Tony Paulini came out and said that the Jets are looking to shake things up this offseason and that they may try and go get Howie Roseman. What? What you mean, Howie Roseman? He ain't up for sale or nothing like that. So, long story short, Howie Roseman is from Brooklyn, New York. I just learned it out today myself. So, shout out to Brooklyn and all that good stuff. But he's from Brooklyn, New York. And I can see why they wanted him to come, do what he do. Since Howie Roseman has been with this team, man, he has made it a point to always make sure that this team is in somewhat of a position to win, right? And these last few years, it seems to be drafting has been getting better and better. You get Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith is a player, that's twin right there, man, balling out, doing what he need to do. But all in all, he's from the free agencies to the draft picks, man, and then whatever else in between. They get the right players for their team. Anybody in the right mind would want Howie Roseman as the GM of their NFL team. But all due respect, he's the GM of the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think Howie would ever go anywhere. Howie seems to be like a very, very loyal person. I think with Jeffrey Lurie, him working for Jeffrey Lurie, moving him up, working his way through the organization, now becoming the GM and being very well at his job. Why do you leave and go somewhere else and reset all of that? Especially to an organization that has shown and proved that they can't get shit right. Excuse my French, but they can't get nothing right over there. Aaron Rodgers, Hassan Reddick, like he's the only thing that's been doing something over there. You feel what I'm saying? But they cannot get it right year in and year out. And you want to blame the different quarterbacks that they draft, whatever the case may be. They are not set up organizationally like the Philadelphia Eagles are when it comes to the front office, the coaches, and the players. They are not. And to try and get Howie Roseman, you're going to need more than just a Howie Roseman to get that together. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't think this is anything, I take it as a compliment more importantly because, that's our GM, man. He do what he do and, keeps us in position to win these games. I know Nick Sirianni is the most winningest coach with the most 13-plus win seasons for the Philadelphia Eagles, so that's good to see. But Howie Roseman always, even last year, puts us in a position or tries to put us in a position to win these games and get back to the big ones. So I don't think it's too much that's going to stem from that. I think people just talk, and you know how it is when it comes to Philly, man. They just throw some BS out there, like, yeah, we seen Jalen Hurts, not smiling today, so we think he wants to be traded. Like, bro, come on, like, it's a bunch of stupid stuff. So, but yeah, man, hopefully it's nothing. I know Joe Douglas did leave. I don't know if he's trying to come back to the Eagles or not, but Joe Douglas was mentored by Howie Roseman. He tried his best to do what he could do up there and couldn't do much. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. I'm trying to make sure I wasn't forgetting anything. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But if it is what it is. But your boy be going off the top sometimes. So, but I did want to give a shout out. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I want to give a shout out to C.J. Gardner-Johnson, NFC Player of the Week, right? Came back this week, got 2 picks. Now, I think did I talk about that earlier with Quinyon being visibly upset about not getting the pick and things like that? I think Quinyon, hopefully before this season's over, he gets 1 pick, but he's always in position, man. And I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, man. I know he allowed a couple touchdowns these last couple of games, but it is what it is, man. He's still a rookie. But yeah, all in all, man, like team's been playing well. Sidney Brown, shout out to Sidney Brown for throwing my man on his neck. Yeah, I want to make sure I put that up in there, man. Shout out to Sidney Brown, straight dog. Like that's what we was missing on this defense, man. Just stick up for yourselves, man. Don't let nobody push y'all over, especially in y'all house. I seen that clip of Sidney Brown pick my man up and boom. I'm like, that's exactly what we wanted to see. Right in front of the cop, too. Lady cop got out the way and all that. So it is what it is. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in as always. Please stay on the lookout. I'm going to talk to Mr. Reggie. It's always my fault. It ain't never Mr. Reggie, man, but it's my fault. I told him we were trying to do something this past weekend, but then Christmas and all that happened. I got burnt out, got tired, bro. I'm still recovering, so it is what it is. But I'm going to reach out to Mr. Reggie. Hopefully we can get y'all something probably Sunday, to be honest with you, unless he wants to do something before. I want to check his schedule and make sure he's free to do the Mean Green podcast. And also, if you want to be entered into win the free jersey giveaway, all you got to do is subscribe to my channel. Make sure that your page is public. Come Friday, this Friday, put your name in the name generator, name wood, whatever you call it, spin it, and you'll be able to pick a jersey from the NFL Pro Shop, whatever you like, and I'll get it sent to you. So, with that being said, like I said, appreciate y'all watching and tuning in. If you're celebrating tonight, please, man, don't get behind the wheel and drink. Don't do nothing stupid tonight, first and foremost, all right? Uber, $20, man. If you ain't got that, then you shouldn't be going out. Let's keep it a beam, man. Don't kill nobody tonight. Enjoy yourself. Don't get me wrong. Go out here and have a good time, but don't go out here and go do no stupid shit. Excuse my French, but don't go out here and go do nothing dumb. All right? That's from Unc, all right? Trying to keep y'all right. So with that being said, man, it's now from the No Cut Sports Podcast. I'ma holla at y'all. Y'all be safe. And one more thing, y'all already know. Go Birds, baby. I'ma holla at y'all, man. Y'all be safe.